Hello and welcome to another session of Faeria. So you may remember in the last episode we finished off the basic battle training pack. We now have the Shara and the Sifa, going to call on them, mission packs available. So we're going to get going on the Shara, I think. We'll see what that's all about. Yeah, take on that quest. Another 8 missions, see what happens. Difficult position, so we just gained the yellow starter card deck. We're used to the green starter. It's relatively powerful, but I'm getting the feeling that it's probably going to become harder to use this deck, and we may have to mix it up a bit over time. But just to see what we're up against initially, we'll stick with the green. And yeah, we may have to change it up if we struggle. We play second. It's not a bad starting deck, to be fair, so I might just go with that. So something that you probably haven't seen yet is that you get this little explore card if you go second, which creates a prairie and gains you 2 Faeria. So useful little advantage for going second when you miss out on, obviously moving first. So the cartographer adds an explorer into the opponent's hand when they die. Interesting, that's cool. So if we deploy the explore, might as well, although we could hold on to it, don't really need it at the minute. If we go boom boom, we can deploy the farm boy, we get the extra points. That wouldn't really give us much. We don't need to move forwards yet, but we could do it on our next turn if necessary. It doesn't cost us anything. Okay. We've seen that guy before. Okay, so we've got the Falcon Dive, which we could use to take out this guy, but it does give him an Explorer, so until maybe he moves on to here and gets the extra Faeria, it may be worth leaving him for the moment. I kind of want to play the King's Guard. So what I'm thinking is I might deploy a Forest, use the Explore, and then the King's Guard. I think that's a fairly solid defence at this stage, and yeah, we'll leave it at that. Okay, so he kind of put a little bubble around his character then, which allowed him to attack my King's Guard without taking any damage. It's a bit sneaky. Not a fan of that. So yeah, now I'm going to use the Falcon Dive to take out this guy, stop him getting more points going forwards. And I need to, I need to deploy more forests because these guys we can't do anything with. So we're going to put him down there. We'll hold on to the Tiki. We can't deploy the Grove Guardian at the minute. We could deploy the Warrior, but we don't really have an amazing spot for it. So I'm going to just wait, collect some of that Faeria up. Ooh, mean. This one covers a lot of land. Okay. Stick with the plan, guys. Stick with the plan. Keep moving forwards. We're getting the extra forest down, which means we can deploy the Grove Guardian. We can also get the Tiki Caretaker on the go. So maybe drop that guy in there. Loud. That sets us up then to possibly move forwards. We can put the Tiki to power him up. If we drop down the Imperial Guard here, that allows us to take out the Rebel Slinger on our next go. Yeah. Challenging opponent. So I'm thinking if we drop a couple of these in here, it gets us quite a bit further forward. So you could deploy that warrior in there, like that. Fairly strong spot. Take this guy out, and yeah, we're still doing all right there. In with the Rebel Slinger again. Okay, so there we go. We've got the Grove Guardian. Another one of those. So I'm thinking if we deploy that there, that will put us in a position to be able to kind of deploy him on another go. So do we want to do it that way around? Yeah, if I move him in there for now, we'll drop out the Tiki Caretaker here, pump up the volume on this guy, hard hit, take out this guy again, hard hit, fairly solid sort of position. If we drop the Farm Boy out here, we can pick up this on our next go round. Solid. Ow. I'm not too worried about that. I think that's alright. Wow, the Walking Fortress. See, now, I don't recall whether I've actually been able to play the Walking Fortress yet. I've picked it up a couple of times, but just, yeah, not really been able to do much. I mean, we picked it up right at the end of the match when we played against Masterless. It was a shame we didn't get that earlier, because that would have been really useful and might have turned the tide of that game. So, yeah, I'm going to move this guy around. He can still do his attack. We can then deploy the Grove Guardian in here. On his next go, these two both can do attacks, and we're on for a winner. If we attack him, we lose this guy, but he's down to 1, so we can use the Tiki on that guy, and then he's away. So next turn round, if he deploys anything, we're not in too much trouble. Yeah, we should be fine. I'm going to shove that in there just because. A campfire? What does a campfire do? Kind of interested to know what a campfire does, but yeah, I don't think we're going to find out. Because that's game. So yeah, the green deck did us alright there. Nice little reward. I'm just going to pop in here if I can. Oh. Ooh, okay, here we go. You've unlocked crafting. Nice little chest reward as well. Yes, I'm just going to drop in here a second and drop down the general volume a little bit, because I was pretty loud at times. Cool, okay, so we've opened up a chest. Well, we've got a chest even, so we might as well do a crate opening, as we would call it in Rocket League Worlds, and see what we get. Boom, 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 boom. So, Sandstone Explorer. Useful if we're playing with the mountains or the desert decks. The Windborne Emissary, another one for the sand deck there, has +2/+0 while you're controlling another flying creature. Give a creature a creature protection, so that's the thing that we saw earlier where it meant that he could do an attack but didn't take any damage, so that's probably quite a useful one to stick into our deck. The Queen's Favourite comes with protection already applied to it, so that's pretty nice, and works in any deck. And the Seedling, that fits into our green deck. If this creature has less than 5 life, gain +1/+1. Okay, so it starts off with nothing, but then every turn it kind of rebuilds itself up a little bit. But if its life goes down, it builds itself up even further. So that could be pretty cool. So I think in these three, there's something worth getting into our system. So let's have a look at our deck. So we've also unlocked the ability to craft new cards. So let's see what that's all about. You've got 35 Memoria. Okay, so that's these little crystal-y things. Got it? Cool. It's used to craft new cards, get more Memoria by disenchanting cards you own. Fair enough. So any of the rubbish ones which we don't really want to use, we can disenchant those and then we can craft stuff. So disenchant all in excess. Okay, so that's where you've got multiples, I think it's kind of saying. I guess, maybe. Okay, so the campfire gives a creature +1/+1. There you go. That's what a campfire does. And okay, so it kind of tells you whether you can craft them or not. So if there's something that we really wanted, so say a really powerful one down here, the Radiance Imperial Airship costs 320 to craft. But yeah, that's a pretty powerful one, but it's very expensive to buy in first place. So we don't very often get that high on our Faeria points at the minute. So the lower point ones are more valuable in certain senses. We don't have much with haste, so it might be useful to have something with haste in our pack. Do we already have some of those? Looks like we do already actually have some of those available, so it might not be worth creating any of those. We might just have to change our pack around a little bit. So I don't know there's much we want to do at the minute. Maybe need to sort of work out where we need to go with these sort of things. Things like this, maybe famine, deal 1 damage to all creatures, could be useful. Taunt production, you gain +1 life. These production things look like they could be quite powerful at times, especially that one which gave the flyer guys a big boost. But I think I might need to just kind of think about this a little bit before we dive in too far. So initially I'm just going to go back out of here. Well, not all the way out of there. There we go, back to here. Let's play around with our green deck a little bit. So what did we get new? We got the God, if I could remember the names now. So the safeguards, the protection thing, we picked that up. So we kind of would like to get that in there possibly. Let's think about this though a little bit. We haven't seen much of the Imperial Guard. It came up once or twice maybe, but whether we need 2 of them is a question. Ooh, decisions. I might drop off a village elder. We've got 2 farm boys still, so that gives us kind of 3 of the low level guys for doing some stuff. We can throw that in there for a bit of protection. There was the Queen's, no, not Queen's Assassin, the Queen's Favourite, so that was the one which came with protection in the first place. So what decisions. I might drop out one of the Imperial Guards, shove in a Queen's Favourite, mixing it up a bit. It gives us a few more options, changes the way our deck works slightly. Kind of wish there was an option to see which ones were the new ones you just picked up. It's a shame, because I can't remember them all. Quick browse down. Okay, oh, Seed Sower, that was it, Seed Sower. So the Seed Sower was no, seedling, seed something. There was something seedy. Seedling, there we go, seedling. How did I miss that? So yeah, I quite like the idea of this guy. God, he doesn't cost us much, so I'm thinking I could drop out one of the farm boys and drop in a seedling. We'll go with that, and see. I mean, we can change it around if that doesn't quite work for us. So let's give us another match for this episode. So, mission 2. Puzzle. Okay, win on this turn. So what we got? Taunt combat, deal 2 damage to your opponent. Combat, deal 2 damage to your opponent. Am I supposed to get all the way over there then? Oh, so if I do damage there, it deals 2 damage to him. Ah, I get you. So he does 3 on that. 2. So okay, so it doesn't matter what order we do him in. That's a fairly straightforward puzzle at this stage. Not going to complain. Gets us through another round. And bumps this up a little bit, which is always good. Moving on to the next mission. Oh, another puzzle. It's all about the puzzles here. Another one to win on this turn. So we've got to take out 7 life. So this one does 2 damage to that if we attack. That one does. So we're in that same spot again. If this one's in combat, we're getting. So we need to get him into combat in order to gain anything to do anything with this, which does 3 damage. Because at this stage we've only got what 2 damage, 2 damage, 4 damage. We haven't got enough, so we need to get that in as well. Well, that's tough because he's only got 5 life, hasn't he? He does 2 damage. Okay, we might just have to have a go at this initially to see, because I don't quite understand how that works. Move that there. Well, I guess it's a Faeria point and I could attack, but don't think that's quite how it's intended to work. We can do that. And if we move him there, we can do that, and he doesn't die, and then we can do that, and he dies. Yes. Getting that order right was very important. That's a nice little puzzle. I like it. Not too complicated, but you know, a bit of fun. See, is it another puzzle, or is it a battle? Another puzzle. It's all about the puzzles in this one. Okay, let's see what happens. Another one to win on this turn. So we gain 2 from combat, so obviously we're going to have to move over to be able to take on this person here. We can deploy these, then we can deploy that, which does 3 damage. So yes, boom, boom. We didn't think of our position in there though, did we? We messed that up. Oh well, we'll deploy it. We'll have another crack. So yeah, we can't get in there. So let's try that again. Next time we need to be in the position so we can deploy the tile over there. So move it in, deploy the tiles, do the attack, drop the feed-in fighter, finish it off. That's better. Woo! Extra coinage. Okay. A quest. Let's give this one a go then. Carry on with our green starter pack, which is slightly different now. See whether those changes actually have any effect on this game. Feel like this guy's going to be either foresty or watery with the whole trees and watery stuff going on around us. Queen's favourite, yep, so that's got in there nice now. Going to drop out the Grove Guardian because we need to get the 3 forests in to be able to use that one. 2 is more realistic, so yeah, I'm gonna go with that for now. High cards though. Each player draws 2 cards and gains 2 life. Oh, that's very nice of you. That was unexpected. Okay. So if we deployed these, we could move forwards a bit. Then we could drop down the Queen's Favourite using an extra Faeria from there. Yeah, so we do that, we'll do that, and we'll drop that person there. So that's not a bad little starting point, I think. We obviously do need to get some forests out soon. Okay. So, Forests of Arden. Haha. So we'll deploy one there and maybe one there on our next go, hopefully. So that strengthens that position a bit. We can use the Elderwood Hermit. Yeah, we can use the Elderwood Hermit, but it doesn't help us too much. But what I'll do is I'll use the Queen's Favourite on this guy. Won't take any damage. Takes that off. We could use the Queen's Favourite again on the Storyteller, and that would actually kill him. But I might use the Falcon Dive. Finish him off. Smart, you see. Okay. So yeah, I might leave it there, because I don't think dropping any of these guys is going to do much in this turn. And I don't think moving that guy forwards is... Well, I suppose we could have moved him forwards, because then we could deploy a little bit closer. So that was probably a mistake, but hey ho. What we can do now is move this guy closer. I'm thinking... Yeah, okay. See, one of the things I'm thinking is if we used the 2 prairies, boom boom, we get over here, we can drop the farm boy on that. Happy days, we get extra Faeria points. But it doesn't improve our forest situation too much. But we could do that next time round. Yeah, we'll do that for now, because I don't think there's much else we could actually really gain at this stage. So we'll put that in there, and we'll leave it at that. Next time round, hopefully we can deploy forests in around here somewhere to really strengthen our position. Two forests at random. Always dangerous. You never know what's going to happen with that sort of thing. There we go, so that's kind of what we were after. So we can do that, can move this guy forwards again. Might as well do an attack. Why not, eh? Kind of need to be able to defend him from this prairie yak a bit. He's not, you know, he's not concerning. He's not really dangerous, but do we really want to let him chip away at us? Maybe. To be fair. We could deploy the Ancient Beastmaster, and then well, I suppose we do have both of those guys, which would benefit from that, because they would gain extra from the fact that they have 5 life or more. So if we deployed him up there, straight away we've got a nice little attack in itself, and then going forwards we can kind of plop him in there like that, and he gets a decent buff. Fairly strong attacking position there, because we can deploy some land to the right, as you'll see in a moment. Oh, the Verdurine Force as well. Wow, force to be reckoned with. So yeah, we can drop him over there, move that over there, move that over there. Boom, boom, boom. Really strong. Next time round will be really positive positioning. Might deploy. Can I afford it? Yeah, I can deploy that. Should we need it? Which 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? No, we don't need it. I was going to say if we should need it, we could have killed him off and then use potentially the random bonus that one of these would get next time round. But I don't think we'll be too worried about that. Cool. Buffs all over the place. Didn't really help him much. Although he's got a taunt. He's got a taunt. Damn the taunt. Let's think. Okay, so we need to take him out. There's no way around it. That guy has got to die. So if we do that, then we can take, say, one of those, deploy that down there. He gets the bonus from that guy. We can kill him off with that. Next time round, we're fairly strong with those, and then yeah, that should do us. I'm thinking, do that. Super boost up there. Unless he drops another taunt, and even if he does, I think we'll still probably be alright because we can take it out with either of those guys now. So the Wild Avenger. It's the first time I've actually seen the Wild Avenger in my pack. Unfortunately, we can't use you, and we don't really need you. These guys are going to do it for us. Fairly happy with that, though, to be fair. Yeah, I think that was quite a good little match. Oh, hey, Blue Invasion. So we're unlocking more formulas. So many more formulas. So many more little crates as well. So yeah, let's open that crate up. Let's finish with a crate opening. What will we see? Okay, so another campfire, so we can probably do that sort of disenchanting thing to get those extra crystals on those, because I think we've got a few of those now. Defender of the Homeland, Taunt Gift. So if you were attacked last turn, summon another Defender of the Homeland. Okay. Interesting. So you get 2 of them if you'd been attacked on your previous turn. So you only really want to deploy him if you've been attacked on your previous turn. The Wind Wisp is a flying charge 3. So whenever you attack a god, you gain +3 attack. So that's pretty cool. But that's to do with the old Sandy Desert Tea pack. Herald of War for the red pack. Combat gives the next combat creature you summon +1/+1. So you got to kind of do a bit of a 2-jobby on that. What's this whole re-roll thing about? You re-roll. Why can't I re-roll these? Let's just have a look. Let's have a go. See what happens. Okay, so we did a re-roll. We had an option to re-roll on those 2. We did a re-roll on that one, and we got the Queen's Guard. Taunt, combat, gain. So every time it goes in combat, it gains a extra Faeria. So that's not too bad. That's quite useful. Tiki Healer, you gain 6 life on gift. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's one to look out for. That might be good if we start struggling with someone that attacks a lot. So yeah, some interesting cards there to finish off with. So yeah, today we got to have a couple of puzzles, little battle there, and I just saw lined up for our next session an epic mission. So that should be pretty cool. Hopefully that's going to be a really challenging battle. So tune in for that one. Looking forward to it, and also it's got a crate on there as well. So get another little unlock. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. give us a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe and continue to check out the Faeria series, and hopefully coming up soon we'll have another battle with Masterless where I can use some of these funky new cards that we picked up to just to give him a bit of a beating, because just pipped us to the post last time. But I'm feeling positive for the next one, so we'll see you again soon. Take it easy. Bye bye.